Okay, let's get Joe.
We had so many choices when we decided to go to Israel. Today, we're at ALYN, which is this children's hospital in Jerusalem that's unbelievable. I just felt compelled that this was a place we had to visit, that it was going to either answer a lot of questions or even make the fascination with the conflict in the area even more confusing to me. Share with me the initiative here and your mission.
So we're a pediatric rehabilitation hospital. Basically, kids would come in with disabilities, physical disabilities, all kinds of conditions. It could be neuromuscular, brain injuries, spinal cord injuries, anything. But the fact is that a child needs to have a childhood. They need to adapt to the surrounding, they need to grow, and they need to learn how to become an adult, whatever the condition is. Now, technology and medicine have advanced so much that they help us bridge that gap between what the children can do physically and what they do need to do to develop intellectually, to be a part of society. By bringing in the high-tech companies that are around us, we've created a whole new society that supports us. So, for instance, we've convinced the Ministry of Health in Israel that there's no limit to how young you can be when you can have a powered wheelchair. It used to be from the age of 5. But then we show them that a child who knows how to operate an iPad and can move themselves forward and backwards, they can operate a wheelchair. So if they've taken away that clause, and now kids as young as 2 years can have that freedom of movement. It might sound sad to hear about a 2-year-old child in a powered wheelchair, but think about that same child lying motionless on the floor.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. I'm trying to get my head wrapped around what this hospital does, because you get a mix of it's about children who were born with deformities or had some terrible accident that impacted their life dramatically. And this hospital specializes in treating these children in a very provocative, unique way. And the level of success and outcomes is just unmatched anywhere in the world.
And the coexistence in this hospital with Arabs and Jews, Orthodox people and secular people, people who are coming from out of Israel and people who are living here, Palestinians and Israelis, this all is about the child. And it creates opportunities which I've never seen anywhere else.
Why do they put down their differences here and allow collaboration? Yet when they walk out the door, things change.
This space here allows people to concentrate on one thing at a time. We're goal-oriented. And when you're thinking about the child, the specific child, not about what their family name is and what their parents do outside the hospital, the air gets cleaner and voices calm. And we don't allow outside noises to go and come in. And I believe that the message that come out of this, that surrounds children and health, this definitely can move out of the door. These things are beyond hospital care. It changes society.
The uniqueness of this facility is that they are respectfully alpha and beta-ing technology right in the hospital.
Take 2, Mark.
So,
Welcome.
Thank you. Oh, this is the fun place.
You have here different areas. Technically, any type of device that you can imagine can be produced here. Prototypes, samples, one-offs, everything is done here.
I would probably bet that there's not many hospitals that have a wood shop, metal shop, and electrical shop in their facility making products to be used in the hospital like later today.
Sure.
Historically, when you think about tech in a hospital, it's already got to be FDA approved or approved by a governing body. Here, They're just rolling it out right there, real time.
It starts with the very simple things, like you want to have a chair that is stable for a child who rocks back and forth, and you don't want them to fall down. So what do? You can buy something which is $1,500. You can take a simple chair and put it on a platform and make sure that it's stable enough for the child, and maybe add straps for them not to fall down. Once you label something that is therapeutic, the price jumps 10 times.
Sure.
And because we can't rely on the industry or the market to provide us with whatever the kids need, we have to have everything in-house. We basically self-supply the things that are unavailable anywhere else.
Just absolutely amazing. And so do you spend your time in here as well?
Yeah, working with my clients.
And when you say clients, the children?
The children.
So what are we looking at here?
Okay, so we're looking at the combination of several different instruments collectively called the Gate Real-Time Interactive Laboratory, or GRAIL, developed in Amsterdam by a company called Motec. One is a motion capture system that works by infrared light being sent into the room, and then these reflective markers returning that light to the cameras, and then the system knows where the markers are within the room. In addition to that, we have some force plates underneath the treadmill. That's what you're seeing here, is the amount of force is coming back through each leg. And the final thing is a wireless EMG system. EMG is electromyography, and that's basically the amount of activation that we're seeing within the muscles. In situations like this, what we would normally do is we have a clear specified goal. For example, we want to strengthen certain muscles. We can then set targets that they need to bring their leg into certain positions that they're not regularly doing, but something that they can see how they're doing it, and they can learn directly how they're doing it, and if they're compensating by maybe doing something else.
Or leaning sideways, and so that would be then, you could give them targets to go after.
Definitely.
Right?
They come back in the next time, they say, okay, and now I'm going to try and get 30 seconds quicker.
Right.
And you remember, we were talking about function and fun. The fact that we have the gamification and the virtual reality makes it a challenge, makes it something that the children would like to engage with, and that's why it is such a huge success ever since we said it, which is not long. It's been not even a year.
No, not even a year, 9-10 months.
It's amazing. Well, can we see it in action?
Definitely. So we have a patient here now, and we're using an 8-marker biofeedback training program developed by Adam Booth. So we're getting feedback from her body, her pelvis, her hips, and her knees, just by using 8 markers, which takes around 2 minutes to set up. So what will happen now is I will calibrate how the patient is standing, and based on that, we can now see an avatar of the patient on the screen.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And then you see the score symbol at the top. So of course, if I was to put a feedback challenge on, for example, we can work on the symmetry of the pelvis. Her target here would be to keep the blue line
Within the green?
within the green region, exactly.
Got it.
When she gets into the green, the score will increase. So you see, she succeeded there, and she got 1 point.
Yeah, go again.
But then this is the fascinating thing. You see, it clicks. They find it, and then there it is.
Right, and that's because she's wiring it from here to here right now, isn't
Exactly, and it's instant feedback. She's in control here.
I always have a fascination with complexity and simplicity occurring in the same sentence, and that's what this is. They cloak the complexity of the healing process for the child in such a simple environment, and that's where the genius lies in all of this.
The special thing about this program is that without even noticing it, it pushes the kids to do more than they ever expected. And just like Eden, who just walked out, said, I've been struggling for 3.5 years to get off the crutches. This is the longest period I walked without crutches ever. And there were tears in her eyes as she said that. We didn't realize how powerful this tool is in engaging the kids. And this is going to go much further than we actually see now. This lab has been in operation for less than a year. I have no idea where it's going to be in 5 years.
To watch her face and that breakthrough.
You see, that's what makes this place such a happy place to work at. Even if you're working with kids with all kinds of problems, that face, that satisfaction makes it all worthwhile.